Welcome back to episode 2 of Heroes of the NAMP Scenario app back. If you are new to the series, this is the briefing for the scenario and we're currently up to turn 5. So let's see what happens. So to bring viewers up to date, the VC and the Arvin, we've been sneaking around this hill feature, trying to get the edge on each other. So the Viet Cong have a mortar which we're trying to dodge most of the time, or keep out of the line of sight of leaders. You may see that shaken leader just to the north of where I am at the moment. That's Lieutenant DM, and he's been spotting my group of units there just to the south of the tallest part of the hill. Fortunately, we've got him shaken, so he cannot direct mortar onto Colonel Sten and his group in this turn. And this chap here, this is Colonel Sten's mob. As you see, the advisor's shaken and a squad. We've still got our 2 carriers unmolested, our M113s, they're in the rear. So I was actually giving the BAR to the Colonel, so if he gets attacked by a melee or something like that, he's got a support weapon there to have a blast. So we continue to put the pressure on Lieutenant DM. 1. That wasn't quite the roll that I was looking for. That ends the impulse for that hex. Unfortunately, this chap, I left him hanging a little bit after doing a melee in that hex. So I'm trying to retreat him back to Sergeant Duck, I think it is, to get involved with a rally in the next turn, hopefully. So we're rolling pretty well, 6-4, so no effect. Now we've got the direct fire, 6-3 again, wow. That's a nice change of fortune for the Arvin. So once again, the same concept, moving the shaping unit back so they can get a rally in the next turn. Obviously, Lieutenant DM's left himself a little bit exposed in clear terrain. And here it's basically the same sort of concept. I'm moving my shaken units back towards that treed hex, because a hex with a terrain modification provides -2 to the die roll for rally attempts. So whenever you have shaken units, try and get them into a terrain modified hex. So we can't chase up DM with Colonel or the Lieutenant's troops. At this point I'm still reasonably happy to leave them there with this Mexican standoff with the VC on the other side. We have a points advantage, only 4-2, but that will mean the AI at some stage will get desperate and will probably make a charge at us. With that in mind, that's where I'm looking at the M113 at the moment, just to get them into a position where they can provide supporting fires on that ridge area. Having a wounded VC leader on a clear hex is what you're hoping for, but I'm still trying to avoid this mortar. This is the issue. There you go, that hex there is not covered by the mortar. So I'm going to grab this carrier. Turn him towards DM, so we've got the front facing the bad guys. And hopefully we can assault fire. There we go. VC5 us too, so that's a no effect. When you have a point scenario like this, it's a huge advantage if you've got the lead, because it makes the other side have to come towards you, and of course great opportunities for ambushes and that sort of stuff. Oh, our advisor didn't get up. This is that shaken unit we moved in, didn't get up. Come on, donkey. Whoa, there we go, half squad got up, so that's something. Oh, DM failed again, so that's some really good news for us. Really stifles his mortar, because the other leaders I don't think have line of sight on us. Perhaps to that squad just on the lower left of the hill feature. So once again we'll have a pot shot at DM. A 5-2, no effect again. I think I got that same number last time. Okay, +2 to the die roll for the VC. No effect. Well, both sides are blatting away, but we're not getting very far. In a fashion it sort of suits us. So the plan is going to be eventually get these guys into the trees and bring this guy back. I have a medic in Sergeant Dunk's pile as well, so I'm going to move that medic eventually back to the right here for these chaps heading to the trees. So there you go. So in that hex there, those guys will get -2 to the die roll. Arvin 6, Vec Kong 3, no effect. There we go. So what next? What next? Bring that guy back's the obvious move. Of course, once we bring him back, we'll lose our view of the front of the hill. But I can move one of these other guys back in eventually with the low crawl move. Generally speaking, in that sort of foliage, you may manage to do that without being detected. Okay, so I'm at a bit of a blue here. I actually wanted to move the medic over, and I did the selection wrong and the whole stack moved over. So that was a major fail. So I had a look at this a bit, and then I decided I would check the hotkey list and check for how to reload and restart this particular turn. Okay. So there we go. We go back to the last automatic backup, which in fact was that last move that I made. So the idea was to have all these guys stay here except for the medic. Right, so move him over to there. I was trying to... Oh, I can get him into the tree. I was hoping I could get him straight to the shaken units, of course, but just didn't quite have the movement points. 5-7, so... no effect, I don't believe it. This guy is having a good run sitting up there. He's doing some good work for us, but I think it's only a matter of time. Uh-oh. +4 to the VC, yeah. He couldn't survive being up there. You might notice a lot of these hill hexes are in fact clear hexes, so no matter what you do, whether you low crawl up there or just move, you're going to be spotted. So I'll move him out of there, I think, and back towards the medic. Right, so Donkey gets a chance at DM. 80%. He should get a damage check. Oh no, 5 each, I don't believe it. 83% chance and we don't crack a damage check. I couldn't move this guy back into the donkey's hex, so obviously that hex is fully stacked, so I had to move him there. Six each, wow. No effect again. Where do we go from here? just hit another shot at him. Ooh, +4. This is looking a lot better. And we roll a 1. And it was a 1 all the way. But he's wounded, so that's a step at least. So here we go, turn 7 of 8. DM still doesn't come back, which is good news for us. There he is, shaken, wounded. Hello, our advisor's back up. And how do we go? Oh, okay. The half squad didn't come back up. So this hex can be spotted by either the mortar or a VC leader. No effect, can you believe it? Sometimes you really get nailed by the mortar, like they seem to never miss, but we're having a bit of good fortune against the mortar at this stage. So you may have noticed that our lead's been thinned down. We're 4-3. But here is a chance. DM's gone out into clear. 3. Vietcong 4, so it's +2. And he's gone. So there you go. Goodbye, Lieutenant DM. So that boosts the score to 6-3 Arvin's way. So given that's the case, we don't have to do anything too crazy. Try and get our shaking units back up. Get the medic busy. So here they come. So the VC now know they have to melee my units at the rear of this hill or lose. So the AI is going for death or glory. 1, I don't believe it. Nat. For some reason that counter seems to be lucky. What, 2 1s in a row? And a 5. Okay, we might as well have a shot here. (10-6), so that's +4. A roll of 5 shakes on Nat. Well, there you go. That takes the mortar out of the equation. Okay, another one of their half squads has taken casualties. And we extend our lead to 7-3. I thought about meleeing here, but once again that would put my lieutenant and his squad in an exposed position where they get a bunch of fire from the VC, and let's face it, we don't need to lose the points at this stage, so rather than melee, just ordinary fire should be more than sufficient. We could even think about maybe reversing away, but I think we'll still be in this guy's line of sight, so wow, there you go. 13-7 +6. Wounded. Had to be wounded with that sort of, with a +6 you'd hope to get at least that. 3 again, eliminated. And you're seeing the issue now of whoever's forced to come out into the open usually cops a beating. It's my impression with this game that visibility is, one of those critical things you need to always have in your mind. Try and expose your units as little as possible, at the same time getting maximum visibility of your opponent. So Donkey's been having a nice little war here, just sitting behind this bunch of trees. We'll send troop forward in low crawl to get our visibility back. So there's our mortar friend down there. So keep our medic friend busy. Our advisor, as I mentioned, he provides +1 to a stacks roll, so it'll be good to get him on one of these defensive stacks which are just forward. So there's still movement behind the hill. I suspect the VC are still going to do a attempt a melee. Obviously, if they could blat one of our stacks here on the rear of the hill, that may change the score somewhat. Although at 8-3, they're in desperate straits. So just considering, moving up on the hill with Dunk, but exposing Dunk and his crowd just to get a shot on the top of the hill. Don't know if that's quite the thing to do. So I go for a smoke roll, but I need 1 or 2. So that's a fail. So it's the last shot for the VC, and our Nat has failed her morale check. The medic couldn't get him up. Our Nat makes a run for it, but 9-4 doesn't look good for our Nat. 5 is goodbye. So as you can see, we're comfortably in the lead. We're not sure exactly what's on the other side of the hill. But if I imagine if there's anything there, the AI will have a pot shot. Nice positioning there of the M113. Gets a defensive shot. +4. Shaken, there we go. Probably the best way to use the M113s is as a mobile machine gun position, really. They are quite vulnerable. anything larger than small arms fire. Once again, M113 fire. Oh wow, +9. Yeah, eliminated. So the VC kept trying. No effect. And there it is, victory for the Arvin. There we go. Normally I find the player has more units shaken, or enemy units shaken was higher. Well, there you go, the die roll, you wouldn't have thought it, but it had a more higher number of 4s and 5s. So our Arvin forces did reasonably well, I think, in obtaining our victory. So here are the VC. Obviously we had them in a position where they had to charge, and well, that's what happens. So here is the final map view. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the presentation of Lock and Load Tactical Digital, Heroes of the NAM, and the Scenario app back. So enjoy your gaming, and I'll catch you.